Any health-related information on the following show provides general information only. Content presented on any show by any host or guest should not be substituted for a doctor's advice. Always consult your physician before beginning any new diet, exercise, or treatment program.
Are you having the diet soda thinking it's better than the real thing? Welcome to Accelerated Health with Sara Banta, where I cut through the noise and fast track your journey to better health. I'm your host, Sara Banta, CEO and founder of Accelerated Health Products and certified by the National Association of Nutritional Professionals. I'm here to share the latest on supplements, wellness hacks, and natural health solutions that actually work, from boosting energy to detoxing and balancing your hormones and everything in between. I will help you reach your optimal health. So let's dive in. We are talking about that sweetener that blocks your liver detox pathways. Wait a second. Okay, you guys, if you saw me 10, 15 years ago, I consumed a lot of this sweetener. Brand name Splenda, sucralose. It is in everything. We've all seen it, the shiny labels that read sugar-free, keto-friendly, zero-calorie. I actually just saw a protein bar that looked great, and they switched their sweetener from stevia to sucralose. And I contacted the company. I said, why'd you do that? You had this perfect bar. And they said, we just had feedback that it tastes better with sucralose. And here they are trying to promote a health-minded keto, high-protein bar, and they put the sucralose in it. So is it really that bad? Should you just have the sugar? Well, let me break this down, because it's not just about weight loss and calories anymore. This is about the health of your liver. Now, if your liver is backed up, you will gain weight. You can't metabolize fat. Your metabolism slows down. You're not assimilating protein. So I don't care how many calories you're taking in, non-caloric sweeteners or real sugar, doesn't matter. If your liver's backed up, you're going to gain weight. And the liver is where you detox, your hormone metabolism occurs, energy conversion occurs, and then even your immune system. So research just suggests, in a 2024 study that caught my attention, one artificial sweetener beverage a day, just one, can more than double your risk of dying from chronic liver disease. Oh my goodness, with all the years that I use Splenda, how is my liver doing? That's why I work so hard on it. And it's not just from soda, not from alcohol, it's from those diet drinks. Artificial sweeteners, especially sucralose, blocks a crucial detox pathway in your liver known as B-glycoprotein. Think of it as your liver security guard. Its job is to recognize toxins, which we have so many of now, whether it's mold, medication residue, pesticides, heavy metals, and push them out of the cell before they can cause damage. Well, that's a good thing if our livers work just perfectly, right? But when you consume the artificial sweeteners, that security system gets hijacked. Just like our food system has been hijacked, just like our liver was hijacked by the spike protein. There's a lot of hijacking going on. The door stays open and toxins start piling up inside your cells, creating silent chronic inflammation that you don't feel until it becomes serious. So you might not notice it right away. Sluggish energy, hormonal imbalances, poor tolerance to alcohol or caffeine, digestive issues, and then, of course, weight gain despite eating clean and doing all the right thing. So unlike sugar, which your body recognizes as real food and can process, not that you should have a ton of sugar, but sucralose is synthetic and chemically altered. It's created by replacing 3 hydroxyl groups on a sugar molecule with chlorine atoms. We don't want chlorine and fluoride and bromide in our body. You hear me talk about iodine displacing those. Those things are toxic to us. This makes this sweetener 600 times more sweet than sugar. So the other thing that it's going to do, it's going to hijack your taste buds. You're going to need a lot more sweet or a lot more sugar if you choose to eat the real sugar to be as sweet as the sucralose. Most of it, they say, passes through the body unchanged, and that's part of the problem. It disrupts your gut microbiome, it reduces the beneficial bacteria, compromises your gut-liver axis. It's heat stable, which makes it common in baking goods and bars, and it can form chlorinated byproducts. So they are suspected to be carcinogenic. Not good. It alters gene expression related to glucose metabolism, insulin signaling, and detox enzyme activity. And it may even weaken your body's response to medication since it affects drug transporters like P-GP. All of this just from a 0-calorie sweetener, just so we can say we had less calories that day. But isn't it FDA approved? Yeah, like a lot of things that aren't good for you, right? The regulatory bodies like the FDA set acceptable daily intake levels for compounds like sucralose, but these guidelines don't reflect the chronic cumulative exposures from multiple sources or the individual preferences. If you're immune compromised, if you have autoimmune disease, which so many people do, if you have inflammation in the gut, if you've got leaky gut, which you probably do, if you've got hypothyroidism and your body just doesn't even have the energy to deal with any of this, if you've got non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, like 50% of the adult population or 25% of the children, your livers aren't able to process these things like it should. So let's be honest. Most of us are not tracking milligrams of sucralose per day either. So it's in your drink, your gum, your electrolyte mix, your kids' sugar-free yogurts, your protein powders, and the protein bars, and it all adds up. So if you are suffering already from hormonal balance, mold exposure, medications, environmental toxins, we all are, microplastics, nutritional deficiencies, which we all are because our soils are depleted. And I just heard that Sprouts and Ralph's, markets that have organic produce, are spraying our organic produce with chemicals to keep them looking fresh in the markets. You guys, we're being bombarded when we think we're doing all the right thing. So adding this one more thing is only going to tell our livers, like, just give up. So that sweetener might be the final straw. So what about the natural supplements, right? A 2024 JAMA study showed that over 4.7% of the U.S. adults are regularly taking herbal supplements, I do myself, but that contain concentrated extracts of green tea, turmeric, or others that actually can hurt your liver and overwhelm your liver. Yes, turmeric is not good for you. It's full of oxalates and it can cause liver failure, right? Green tea extract is very different than having a cup of green tea. These compounds may spike liver enzymes and even cause acute liver injury in some people. So when combined with things like artificial sweeteners in the detox teas, diet drinks, or fat burners, the liver takes a serious hit. The other thing is we've got this gut-liver axis. Okay, your gut and your liver are constantly talking to each other. And when you consume these artificial sweeteners, they alter your gut flora, reducing the good bugs that help you regulate inflammation and detoxification. Do you get bloated after that diet soda or having that sweet treat with sucralose? This disruption interferes with bile flow, reduces microbial diversity, and then increases the liver burden through endotoxin overload. So it's not just that your liver is suffering. The whole detox network, the gut, the gallbladder, the microbiome, the lymph, the hormones, you can't just take these things in and think that it's okay because they have no calories. So what do I recommend? Just have real sugar. Tend towards the fruits, organic, of course. Use the accelerated food guide. Summertime, I love watermelon. I love papaya, frozen cherries. There's nothing better. One of my favorite treats is a little bit frozen watermelon with my accelerated ancient salt on it. So delicious, so good for the gut, low sugar, and it hydrates the cells. Great treat. You're not going to miss your soda. Now, you want to focus on the organic foods as much as possible. And then you want to use some liver support. And this is where accelerated liver comes in, accelerated liver care. It is the only liver supplement that works for me. I've tried thousands. I've spent thousands and thousands of dollars on liver supplements, and they just didn't get it right. This has 13 targeted herbs, including tudka, which you've heard of. And that helps with bile flow and mitochondrial health, getting the toxins out. Philanthus and eclipta, which help rebuild the liver tissues, calm inflammation. Thai black ginger and skullcap, they balance hormones, boost circulation. Milk thistle, blue plerium, and andrographis help with detox and regeneration. Calcium D-glucarate, a way to bind up the excess bad estrogens in your body. What makes this different than other herbal supplements for the liver? There's no oxalates, no sulfur ingredients in there, so they are not going to trigger anybody like so many of you are suffering from. You can't handle the oxalates and the sulfur anymore because of what our systems are under. There's no mold in them. We put our supplements through stringent tests. We have no fillers, no artificial ingredients, nothing. Only the ingredients that are going to nourish and support your liver without draining it. But then add in the acceleradine iodine. I mentioned that it sprouts in these markets that we think we're getting our healthy organic food from. They're spraying them with stuff with chlorine in it. Well, because of halogen displacement, if you do not have enough iodine in your body, and those cell receptor sites for iodine are empty, like a parking lot that's empty, fluoride, chlorine, bromide are just going to park themselves into those parking spots. That's why you need higher doses of iodine than ever before in history. And 96% of the United States is deficient in iodine. It's a hot topic, I understand. On my website, there are multiple articles explaining why you need iodine, and those people out there saying that you need to be careful if taking iodine if you have Hashimoto's, they're proven wrong. So go to sarabantahealth.com and you can read up on that. Well, you also need iodine, not just for your thyroid health and helping boost your metabolism, your fat burning, your brain. Iodine deficiency is the number one cause of depression. Iodine deficiency is the number one cause of mitochondrial health, but it also displaces these halogens like fluoride, bromide, and chlorine that block thyroid function and impair the liver detox. The iodine is needed to clean the blood so your liver can do its job. The iodine and accelerated liver care work together. This is the only iodine that is monoatomic, meaning it is in the most bioavailable form, and it's paired with 200 proof organic non-GMO alcohol. That's super important because any non-organic alcohol or one that is less than 200 proof is going to inhibit the absorption into the cells and also could be contaminating your body with more toxins that you're trying to get rid of. We also source our iodine from an uncontaminated, untouched by modern man and modern toxins source in South America, where most iodine supplements come from Asia's, where it has been exposed to Fukushima and the radioactivity. So that is the only iodine I use. So acceleradine iodine, accelerated liver care. But what you need now is now you're releasing these toxins, right? You want to bind them up so that you can carry them through your gut, bypass your liver and kidneys, take the burden off your organs, and get them out of your body quickly. And this is the cleanup crew, the accelerated cellular detox powder. I take a huge scoop of it right before I go to bed. I put a little bit of apple cider vinegar or honey and maybe some lemon and just sweeten it over ice, drink it down. I sleep like a baby. It helps with gut inflammation, people with colitis, Crohn's disease, also soaks up the one or two drinks that you had that night if you need to, take care of what you're going to feel like the next morning. It also is amazing for food poisoning. If you're traveling, you need your accelerated cellular detox powder to make sure that you're safe. If you're going to risk it by eating maybe some seafood pasta or clams or some food that is a little sketchy, right? Well, the powder includes microneziolite. It binds the metals, fluoride, glyphosate, and ammonia. Diatomaceous earth, which helps with parasites. Biofilm supports your connective tissue. Activated charcoal, it binds all the mold toxins, the food poisonings, the chemicals. Triphala and slippery elm help with digestion, help with soothing the gut, reducing inflammation. And we added a couple years ago, and I'm so excited about it, chitosan, which binds that excess fat and the excess cholesterol. So it will actually help with weight management. Take it every day. So the combination, accelerating iodine, reboots your thyroid, helps with cellular detox, removes the halogens, the accelerated liver care, regenerates the liver cells, restores bioflow, and protects your mitochondria. It will help with your digestion, and the accelerated detox powder. Now, what do you also want to do? The more I've learned about fake foods and calories in, calories out, going to work out for 2 hours a day to burn the calories and be on restricted diets, use the artificial sweeteners, the protein bars, all that stuff, it all backfires. It puts your body in a stressed state. It's not getting in real food. It's not getting in enough food. The body says, okay, you're not going to give me that much. You're going to go run for 8 miles. Then I'm going to slow down your metabolism. And by the way, those fake ingredients, I don't know what they are. I'm just going to stuff them in my fat cells, and I'm going to grow your fat cells because I got to get them out of my liver and out of my body and my tissues and my blood. So I'm just going to increase the fat, right? Fat is not just about fat. Fat is about all these toxins. So tend towards the real sugar, not the highly processed food sugars, which probably have sucralose and maltitol and a lot of the other artificial sweeteners in them too, on top of the high fructose corn syrup, the seed oils, the stripped down sodium. And it's like a time bomb. It's like cocaine going into your body, and it tells your brain, I want more. I want more. These artificial sweetening companies, they're no dummies. The more they make their ingredient addictive, the more they sell. Right? Sugar, whole fruits. How many oranges can you sit down and eat? Not as many as that are squeezed in orange juice or a high fructose corn syrup orange soda. You are given the vitamins, the fiber with the fruit that tells your gut, okay, I've had enough. I can't binge on this. So don't worry about the real natural sugars of fruits and other foods. Focus on them, but prioritize your protein. The cravings will go away. Switch to drinking water. A little stevia is fine. Maybe a little lemon. Put it over some carbonated water. Whatever you want to do. Squeeze of lime, squeeze of orange in there if you're trying to be low calorie. And your taste buds will re-regulate so that you don't need that much sweet. This study is pretty shocking, even for me. Just one soda a day is going to do that damage. So if you're someone who's been drinking soda, we've got a lot of cleanup to do. Like me, I was doing a lot of Splendid back in the day, and I'm probably still suffering from some of it. So I am being very motivated to stay on track with what I'm doing with supplements and my diet and keeping those artificial ingredients out of my body. So thanks for tuning in today to Accelerated Health with Sara Banta. I hope you got the tools and inspiration to take the next step. Head to sarabantahealth.com for health articles and more. Join the free group coaching on Telegram. Ask your questions. See what I post on a daily basis. There's no reason not to. And you can shop these supplements at acceleratedhealthproducts.com. Use coupon code podcast10 on your first order. And send this podcast to your friends that are drinking diet soda, that are using the artificial sweeteners thinking it's good for them. They need to hear it. It might be why they're not losing the weight that they think they are. Not by just doing this will you help your friends, but you will also help this podcast reach more people. You can find this podcast on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, E360, iHeartRadio, Amazon, Roku, and over 100 different platforms. And remember, I'm live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so join me next time for more ways to unlock your health potential.